Hey, so I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I'm on day 10 of my parasite cleanse, and today I saw a real life rope worm. Yeah. And I took a picture of it. And I kind of want to show people what this looks like for health reasons and educational reasons. But on the other hand, it's like really disgusting. And every time I try to talk to people about this, they're totally disgusted and they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to see and they don't want to talk about it. And I don't want to gross people out and I don't want to be a weirdo. But this is a reality. Like, this is happening. I'm vegan for like 8 years. And like, I eat alkaline like 90% of the time. Eating the alkaline diet. I do juice cleanses. I fast. Like, I don't eat processed food for years now. Barely. Like, every once in a while I'll buy an organic food that happens to be from the store and is like processed food. But it's really not often. I mostly eat out of my garden. I make my own chickpea tofu. I make my own, like, everything almost. You know, like, I make my own coffee creamer from coconut cream. I make my own breads most of the time. A lot of times I do love this glutino bread, but that is trash and that's processed. So, like, that's one of my, like, only things that I ever eat that's processed, and that's something that I'm cutting out. But like, I have like one of the most strictest diets, and to me it's not strict. I enjoy eating the way I eat because I have lactose intolerance and gluten intolerance. And I'm a holistic health practitioner, so like, I know how I'm supposed to be eating, and I enjoy the way I eat. It's not like it's hard or strict in my mind. Okay, 10 years ago me would have been like, I could never eat like that. That's so strict. How could anyone do that? That's insane. But it slowly evolved into this diet. And for people to see the way I eat and the amount of like my physical activity that I do and my lifestyle, my the different practices I do, like Kundalini yoga, I'm doing like all kinds of like energy cleansing, balancing chakras, working with crystals, working with vibrational medicine, and energy healing, and just all, using my plant allies and plant teachers to heal the body in many different forms and practices. And the thing is, like, for me to have parasites blows people's mind. And like, imagine if I was eating meat and processed food and like fast food and all these other things that really do carry parasites more often than the foods I'm eating. Imagine how much worse it would be. So for me, with my diet, the way it's been for such a long time, people are blown away by the fact that I'm like, I think I have a parasite. Like, I've been walking around saying I'm convinced I have a tapeworm or parasitic infection for the last like 20 years. And like, I'm finally getting the parasites out. And so like, I want to show people, but it's like disgusting. So I'm not sure how to broach the subject. And that's why I'm making this video. Please chime in. What do you think? Like, how can I educate people about parasites and the reality that we are all infested with parasites? And by the way, it is my utmost belief that parasites in the 3D, like in our reality, like in real life, parasites, like an actual tangible worm that lives in your body that you can see, that you can expel using herbs and different diet techniques. Those disgusting parasitic creatures, I believe that they are actually symptoms of demonic infestation. And literally in the Gospel of the Essenes, Jesus calls parasites spawn of Beelzebub. And he teaches the Essene peoples how to fast. And he actually pulls a worm out of a man, out of his body. Everyone was sickly and ill, and Jesus taught them they had to fast for 7 days. And one man on the 6th day, he was like, I can't do it. I'm too sick. I'm gonna faint. I'm gonna drop. I can't go another day without eating. Please help me, Jesus, help me. He actually, first he told him he had to hold out. The guy just couldn't hold out. So Jesus put a cup of milk in front of his mouth. And he told him to open his mouth. I believe there was, don't quote me on this. You have to look this up for yourself. I'm just going off the top of my head. I had a stroke like 3 years ago, so I forget things. So please don't freak out at me if I had any facts wrong here. But he puts a cup of milk, I believe, in front of his mouth. And I think there was honey involved also. So he said, open your mouth. The guy opens his mouth. He said the milk will attract the parasite. So parasites love sugar, and milk has proteins and sugars in it. So he said, open your mouth and the worm will come out. The guy opened up his mouth. The worm, because the guy had been fasting for days and days, the worm was starving. The parasite was starving. So he said, open up your mouth. The guy opened his mouth, and this giant worm comes out of his mouth. Jesus grabs the worm, pulls it out, and he says, I casted out this demon from you. He pulled this worm out. The worm was longer or as big as the man's height. And this is literally something that was in the Bible. And at the Council of Nicaea, that was when the elites of the time, the deletes, I like to call them the deletes because they need to be deleted. But the elites at the time, the heads of church and state, got together and they went through the whole Bible and they were like, okay, we can't have people knowing this stuff anymore. We're taking this out. We're taking that out. We're taking this out. We're taking that out. We're going to change this. We're going to change that. We're going to change this. We're going to change this. We're going to change that. Oh, take that out. Take that out. Take that out. And we're going to add in these other couple stories that weren't in here. We're going to throw those in. And so, I'm not sure if they threw in extra stuff, but I know they changed things and they took things out. And one of the things that was taken out was the Gospel of the Essenes. Again, don't quote me. Do your own research. This is just off the top of my head what I remember from all the stuff I've been researching. I really should stop doing videos on the top of my head and like actually sit down and have my notes out and like actually read. So I'm going to start being more prepared. But like I just like to do on the spot videos. You know, that's just me. I just walk around like a little encyclopedia, just saying facts. And that's just kind of how I am. So again, that probably has to do with the whole like autism thing, right? Like I have these like intense interests and I just like focus in, go down these rabbit holes, and I just like collect all the info, and I just love talking about the things I learned. So, but I have so many interests, and I like really go deep into each niche thing, and so like I get a little confused. Like again, I had a stroke, and so I have like a golf ball sized brain damage, like a black spot in my brain. Apparently, when the stroke happened, I had that. I don't know if I've healed it yet, because I'm on a pretty heavy duty brain healing protocol with my herbs and lion's mane and everything. Like I do this on my own because I'm a holistic health practitioner. So like again, I'm not sure if I still have that bad of brain damage, because I do feel a little better than I used to be, you know, less forgetful, more focus, like less like walking in a room and forgetting why I walked in and walking out, and then going back and go, oh, that's why, and then going back in the room and forgetting again, and then going back to the room and then coming back and forgetting again, and then 3-4 times in a row walking. It's like the moment I transition from a room to another room, everything's gone. I'm just like blank slate. What did I come in here for again? Oh, what was it? You know? So I'm not 100% sure about anything I ever say. No, I'm just kidding. I know what I'm talking about, but for real, just do your own research. Don't just like freak out at me if I get any little fact like a little bit misconstrued or wrong. Because I'm not saying, quote me, you know, I'm saying like, hey, I'm pretty sure this is what's real. You know, look it up for yourself. For real. But anyway, like, oh, dang, now I lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, parasites are spiritual evidence, physical evidence of spiritual parasites. You get it? Micro, macro, spiritual, reality. If you have parasites in your physical 3D body, you have spiritual parasites in your spirit. You have demonic attachments. And we all have that. So Jesus said the only way... Okay, I'm sorry, I got sidetracked here. At the Council of Nicaea, they took all these books out. And this is one of them. They don't want people to know that the only way, like I was going to say, Jesus said the only way to get closest to God and be saved is to pray and fast. That is the only way to get the parasites completely out. And that is the only way to really connect with God. You have to be prayerful and fasting. And you know what else is interesting? Exorcists are quoted to have said, like I've seen tons of documentaries with men, like priests and men who do exorcisms. They say that they fast. They have to be in a fasted state for a whole week, 7 days of fasting before performing an exorcism to exorcise a demon out of someone. So again, that goes back to what Jesus said, 7 days of fasting, okay? We're all supposed to fast. Like, not every single day of your life. You know, we're not supposed to just not eat, but like we're supposed to take time and do a spiritual fast, like where we physically fast from food, we spiritually fast from all kinds of negative behaviors, and you know, like we really just zone in and focus on praying every day. And you know, it's interesting in this gospel, you guys gotta check out Gospel of the Essenes, because in the Gospel of the Essenes, Jesus literally gives you the full fasting protocol. I think I should make a video on this. He tells them during the 7 days of fasting that they need to find a nice ripe gourd, cut it, but leave a long section of vine attached, and cut the vine, pick up the gourd, carry it to some tree, hollow out the inside of the gourd, hang the gourd on the tree, fill it with water. Then he says to take the end of the vine and put it inside your hind parts, your privy parts. Privy meaning private. Your hind parts meaning your backside, meaning your butt. Like, he tells you to do an enema with a gourd vine. A gourd full of water, and let the water flow through the vine into there. And he says to do this every day of the 7-day fast. And this is the way you get rid of parasites, and you get rid of demonic parasites as well. So I really fully believe in parasite cleansing, fasting, and praying, and everything that Jesus said. So, like, what do you guys think? Like, I don't know. I guess I won't post the picture of the thing, but, like, we really need to talk more about parasites, because this is a reality. And we are living in the end times. This is spiritual warfare, okay? If you are infested with parasites, you're being attacked. Spiritual warfare. Straight up. Another interesting fact about parasites is that scientists, researchers, have been quoted to say that parasites just appear out of nowhere in a petri dish. It has to be acidic. If there's an acidic environment, a parasite can just appear out of thin air. Like, suddenly it wasn't there, suddenly it's there. That's crazy. Another weird thing about parasites is I don't know if I'm saying the word right. Pleomorphic? I hope I didn't say it wrong. I think it's pleomorphic. They are able to change their entire body structure. Like, it could be like a worm with like a suction cup head, and then it goes to a different part of your body where that vessel doesn't really work well. It's not suitable. It will actually change its vessel. It will actually change its body. The entire body structure will change. It will be a different shape, different size, different color, different everything. They can actually, I think it is pleomorphic, they can actually change. Shape shifters. Parasites in your body, those worms that everyone talks about cleansing out with black seed oil and cumin and cloves and black walnut hull and wormwood. Okay. They are shapeshifters. They're demons. They're literally shape-shifting demons. They are pleomorphic. Look this stuff up. I'm telling you guys, this is true. Okay? So even if I don't post the picture of the disgusting ropeworm parasite that I found, it's so gross. It's proof that what I'm talking about is real, that there really are parasites. Because my doctor wouldn't give me a parasite test. My doctor would not do it. She told me, honey, there are no parasites here. That's a third world country thing. You literally don't need to worry about that. And I told her, I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with you, because I literally have a diploma in holistic health, and there's a lot of scientific evidence. Even if I didn't have this degree, like, I can easily just go on PubMed or NCBI. I can literally look up the scientific research. There are plenty of articles and scientific journals written up to prove it. So I don't know. I just want to start a little discussion about this, and please don't kill me here in the comments. Like, please don't come at me. Like, I'm just trying to spread information and help people. So please don't make fun of me here, because like, this is really gross and weird, and I just had to talk about it. You know, I got to talk about it, because honestly, everyone around me is disgusted and they don't want to talk about it. So thank you for being there for me.